What's happening? We back in the building, man. Fire and Brimstone is what we're talking about right now. My dog Pt2, Jackpot, chosen one. I got the shirt, the album, everything, man. I'm loaded up. Yeah. So yeah, man, we just going through some of the tracks on the album, just, you know what I'm saying, give him a man, let my man's, you know, air out his perspective on what he was thinking, why he put out this project, you know what I mean, and all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Just going over some of the songs and running some of them down, the lyrics and the verses and whatnot. So we just got into that one track, which is what was the first one, which is the last one on the track,
Art and Life.
Art and Life. You know what I mean? So it's another one that caught me as I was listening to, and I've heard you speak on this in several different ways in Facebook stats, like as far as people that's been out here doing it for so long and got so much to say and so much advice to give to people, and they haven't even attained a certain level of success. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like people don't realize, I guess, sometimes when they can be an example of what not to do. You know what I mean? When they out there preaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get from this song, City Under Siege, basically, you know, you letting cats know that, okay, just because you've been out here for 15 years don't mean that I should listen to everything that you say. Yeah. And take heed to everything that you got to, you know, the information that you got to give.
It wasn't just the information. A lot of people feel like they demand a certain respect just because they've been doing this so long. Like, right. I don't understand that. If anything, you are a failure story, not a success story. Ooh. You should not even tell people how long you've been doing it because you look stupid. Like, you in the same place.
That don't help your situation by telling them that you've been doing this shit for 50 years.
Yeah, you ain't did nothing. That's like telling somebody, man, I've been working on this car for 20 years.
And it still don't run.
Like, nigga, you don't know what you doing.
And it don't run.
Exactly. Nigga, you don't know what you doing. Why is you still working on this car? So that a lot of these guys, they doing a lot of talking and not a lot of action. I tell niggas all the time, and I've been out here 3.5 years now, not even 3.5 years yet. And I had to get my personal life in order. I don't think people really understand. I need a couple minutes. I came home without a pair of drawers.
Right.
So it's not like I came home and my homeboy threw a sack in my hand. It's not like I came home and somebody just gave me this red carpet and none of that. I came home with nothing. And for 3 months, I had nothing. I stayed confident. I stayed on it. I barely slept. I said that in a different song, like I barely slept in my sister's house, so I had to get out that crib. Like I had to get on my grind because I wasn't where I wanted to be. I never got content.
Necessary.
By any means necessary. By any means necessary. And at the time, I was willing to do whatever. I was some niggas shit was looking like licks. But that's how I felt. Like it's time to get it. Luckily, I didn't get that far. And somebody believed in me enough to say, look, I'm gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you get some studio equipment and all of that. And then, you know, I ended up doing my own thing. But at least somebody, the thing is, if you really doing something, man, it's gonna be somebody that believes in you enough to say, I'm gonna help you get off your feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you get off your, you know, get off your knuckles.
And then, you know, first off, you gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, the confidence is, but what I mean is, if you good, man, people know you good, bro.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep telling everybody you good. So a lot of these guys is feeling like they somebody's because in their mind they somebody's, but the world don't agree with you because you've been out here 15 years. Your fan base should grow. My fan base between each album has grown, and your fan base should grow. It should not be stagnated. If your fan base is stagnated, it's because people not talking enough or they not talking good enough. So that's what the song is about. Like, man, you've been here 15 years. What are you talking about? What are you bragging about? You've been here 15 years and I've done more than you. I know a lot of these rappers that still ain't seen World Star. I just put my fifth video on World Star. Yeah. I know a lot of these rappers never seen a national publication. I did that before 2 years, you know, of being out here. A lot of people ain't never seen Vlad TV. I did an interview with Vlad TV. He told me, y'all can lie.
Right.
Y'all can lie and say, you know, well, you know, I turned off. Vlad told me you are the only independent artist from Detroit that ever did an interview with me. Not somebody like Obi Trice who had a deal and this and that. I never had a major deal. And I sat down with Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that I've done that should be respected. A lot of these guys are feeling themselves, and I'm like, dude, you supposed to be asking me for advice.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Your buzz ain't where my buzz at.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And then it's funny how, you know, you told me about a situation, you know, and I bring this one up because I've had situations where I've been in similar, you know, kind of corners where someone can speak to you as if they're trying to school you, but really trying to pick your brain to see exactly what you do, the mechanics on how you working, to see how they can copy your system
It's
and
just
implementing what you're doing into their shit.
That's what we got to get into. We got to get into ear hustling too, because that's what that is. That's ear hustling. You know, it's like trying to soak up game that wasn't really, you know what I mean, without paying for it. You just ear hustle. I'm not mad at nobody, man, really, because, and that was another thing. You know, why are you? I listen to advice. I'm not a person that say I don't listen to advice. I listen to any sound advice. I'm saying you can't tell me how to make it, and you've been doing it 15 years and ain't made it. It take time. But in 15 years, if you ain't made it, come on, bro. It take time. It's been 3.5, and I made great leeway, great progress. But if 15 years you ain't made it as far as I made it in 3.5 years, you doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And City Under Siege just a dope song. Like it is dope, you know. And that's pretty much what it's about. It's just like, nigga, you know, it's basically like a shrug. Like, what is you talking about? Don't you see what I'm doing, nigga? So then when you listen to the song, it's like, this nigga got it. What is you talking? You can't fuck with me. You not gonna out rap me and you not gonna out hustle me. So why you trying to out talk me? Basically, that's what it's all about.
So what we gonna do right now, we just gonna go ahead and get into these 2 tracks, man. Cause they right back to back on the album. So why not just go ahead and give them to you back to back? City Under Siege and Ear Hustling.
Yeah.
Right here off of Fire and Brimstone. I'm about to say the name of the old album. I'm so used to saying that. Like this dude is so consistent. He dropped the album. It's just been probably about the last 3 or 4 months since he been over here with the last one, man. So it is what it is, man. 7mileradio.com, JP1, City Under Siege, followed by Ear Hustling. We'll be right back.
Warning.